Sorry, I gotta turn this off. Try to use some shit. Yo, it's here from Sean Shaw. Last who said the 1,000 mile journey begins with one single step. Uh, I would like to talk to you. Like, I'm reading this book. It's titled Rich Dad Poor Dad. I haven't even gotten through the first chapter, but already it's like, holy shit. This is a badass book. I like this book because it really gets into like I'm not even past the first chapter, and already it's like it points out a lot of flaws in our educational system. Like we don't teach money in education. Like they don't. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook. They don't really. From my personal experience in Chicago public education, they don't really teach you shit. Only person I had that was only class that really taught me anything was probably culinary and history, but that's because I was interested in history and I did the research on my own. Um, but there was something that the rich dad said to the main character. I I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. It's not Mark. I think Mark was the friend. But he said this: the fear of losing can outweigh the excitement of winning, and that's a real thing in everyone's life. I feel like people by nature, like we should have a competitive nature, and that I think competitive nature is a good thing because the competitive nature forces you to bring out the best in each side, especially when it's like something that you both like. Let's say sports, you're both football players. You have a player that like pushes you to be better because they're doing so well, and you want to be as great as them. And so, therefore, you guys are basically compete with one another. Like, I'm trying to be better to you, not in the sense of I want to like lord it over you. I'm trying to be better to you because like you push me to be better to you. It's like you are always at the top of your game. I want to be at the top of my game like you are, and that's what like that that goes into what it means to like get out there and try. You find people that you connect with, and that's a very important thing because like when you start making connections and you get out there, you start trying, you get out there, and you make connections with people who are very cool, and you guys begin to build those connections, and you go on to make something great and amazing. And that goes on in any industry, especially in the arts. If you really go on and look at the arts, of a lot of people we meet for the first time, we click, we collaborate. That's just a thing in art. Um, This is a fact that I wrote down. Most people will intentionally block themselves before even trying. That's just a real fact in life because we always make excuses about like, oh, I can't, oh, I won't, oh, I can't, oh, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. We always have some, like Jordan Belfort said, the only thing standing between you and your goals is some bullshit excuse. And that's a very, very real fact for a lot of people. We're all sitting back making excuses of why we can't achieve the goals that we want to achieve. That's where we go wrong. The second we start to say the problem is out there, that is a problem. That's from Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. The second we say, oh, is that, oh, is that, oh, is that, no, the problem's in you. You are the problem. And guess what? Because you're the problem, you're also the solution. That's why writing plans down and sticking to your goals, like making deadlines, making mini goals, stick to them, they're very helpful because guess what? Time passes, and once you repetitively do these goals and like these goals and things that really matter, then they will pay off. Uh, there's this saying going around. I really hate this saying, and this goes into like this saying is for like dating and relationships. What I've seen, in especially, there's a lot of guys saying this: you can't lose if you don't play. That goes in life as well. You can't lose if you don't play. That's automatically wrong. That's automatically an incorrect thought. Whoever said that, they're an idiot. They're so wrong for saying that. They had no clue what they were talking about. You lose if you don't play. You lose if you don't play. And you have to pick your game. Like Peterson says, pick the game that's best for you. You got to play some game. And if you don't play any game, you lose automatically. So what's the point of losing automatically? I'd rather play and lose because I can learn a lesson and try again than like not play at all. That's a big flaw. Why do we why do we sit up here and say that saying in anything? That's just a negative. That's just such a negative ass way to think. That's why, like, you really do become your thoughts. The book says this. A lot of books that say this. Like, the great thinkers always say this. Every great thinker really says this. You are what you think. Viktor Frankl says, like, was in World War II, and he had everything stripped for him, but he was like, my humanity is mine, essentially, and he still went on to do great things. Um, I say I say this. People like I already said it's better to play and lose than like not play at all. I said that. But I always go back to like when you don't play and you like when you don't play and you lose, you feel angry. In which I'll go back to the great George Lucas. Yes, George Lucas, because people don't understand. George Lucas was a fucking genius when he said these words in the Phantom Menace. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. That is just such a clear, direct line of thought. And it comes from a fictional movie, but that's why fiction is great. Because you can see the lies through the truth. When you fear something, you become angry with it. That's just a fact. Because you're so afraid. And it's like, I'm angry. I want to do something about it. But if you don't do anything about it, you begin to hate it. You begin to hate it and you suffer because of that hate. My question is this: like there's only two roads you can come to when it comes to fear. Like after the second stage of fear comes anger. You can go two roads with that. You can go the petty, like beating your chest trying to be a gorilla type anger, or you could be smart and come up with a plan to outsmart it. You don't want to go around being angry. Anger is not a good emotion to project to people because anger says violence. People don't want to be around a motherfucker who's violent all the time unless your violence is in the gym. Take that violent ass nature to the gym. You can simply just take it to the gym. You want to fight people, go to the gym. You want to fucking play sports, do something productive. Don't just be out here angry and shit. What good is that? Become somebody that you can like the whole point of this whole little conversation is because I understand that line of the fear of losing can outweigh the excitement of winning is why people aren't becoming who they're meant to be. It's why we're all sitting up here depressed. We're all sitting up here trying to like figure out who we are, what we want to do. It's like this. We know what we want to do. All we have to do is find out what is our passion. What are we most passionate about? Then come up with the plan to pursue that. And I assure you, happiness will come with that because guess what? You're doing something that you love. But if you don't play at all, you automatically lose. It's better to play and lose than not play at all. Just remember that. That's who said the 1,000 mile journey begins with one single step for a reason. Because you have to take the first step. Once you take that first step, you'll be able to take the next one. The first step is the hardest step. But once you take it, there's no stopping you if you keep going. The only time you lose is when you quit. Quitting is never an option. Write that into your soul. Quitting is never an option. Winners never quit and quitters never win. You guys have a good day.